The Three Bears. 3 bears live in a house in a big green wood. One of the bears is the father bear. One of the bears is the mother bear. One of the bears is the baby bear. In the bear's kitchen, there are 3 plates. There is a big plate for the father bear. There is a middle-sized plate for the mother bear. There is a little plate for the baby bear. In the bear's sitting room, there are 3 chairs. There is a big chair for the father bear. There is a middle-sized chair for the mother bear. There is a little chair for the baby bear. In the bear's bedroom, there are 3 beds. There is a big bed for the father bear. There is a middle-sized bed for the mother bear. There is a little bed for the baby bear. These bears always have soup for dinner. One day, the father bear says, "My soup is too hot." And the mother bear says, "My soup is too hot." And the baby bear says, "My soup is too hot." And all the bears say, "Let us go for a walk first, and we can have our dinner afterwards." So all the bears go for a walk. By and by, a little girl comes to the bear's house. She knocks at the door, but nobody says, "Come in, please." She knocks again, but nobody says, "Come in, please." So the little girl opens the door and goes in. She sees 3 plates of soup on the table. She takes a spoon and eats a little of the soup in the big plate. "This soup is too hot for me," says the little girl. Then she eats a little of the soup in the middle-sized plate. "This soup is too cold for me," says the little girl. Then she eats a little of the soup in the little plate. "This soup is just right for me," says the little girl, and she eats it all up. Then the little girl goes into the sitting room and sits down in the big chair. "This chair is too hard for me," says the little girl. Then she sits down in the middle-sized chair. "This chair is too soft for me," says the little girl. Then she sits down in the little chair. "This chair is just right for me," says the little girl, and she sits in the little chair till it breaks. Then the little girl goes into the bear's bedroom. She lies down on the big bed. "This bed is too high for me," says the little girl. Then she lies down on the middle-sized bed. "This bed is too low for me," says the little girl. Then she lies down on the little bed. "This bed is just right for me," says the little girl, and she falls asleep. When the bears come home, they look at the plates of soup on the table. "There is somebody here. My plate of soup is not quite full," says the father bear. "There is somebody here. My plate of soup is not quite full," says the mother bear. "There is somebody here. My plate is quite empty," says the baby bear. "There is somebody in the house," says the father bear. "Let us go and see." And the 3 bears go into the sitting room. "What is the matter? My chair is not in its place," says the father bear. "What is the matter? My chair is not in its place," says the mother bear. "What is the matter? My chair is broken to pieces," says the baby bear. Then the 3 bears look into the bedroom. "Oh, look, there is somebody in my bed," says the baby bear. And the 3 bears look at the little girl. "Grrr," says the father bear. Grrr, says the mother bear. Grrr, says the baby bear. Then they say grrr all together, and the little girl hears them. She rolls out of the bed, jumps out of the window, and runs home as fast as she can.